So Warner Brothers and their media shills got busted big time when it comes to Aquaman 2 because they were putting together stories. They get exposed a few days after, but they were saying, you know what? When it comes to Aquaman 2 screeners, yeah, we're hearing great things, and we're hearing them even with a certain Aquaman starlet attached, which you know is full press PR damage control. Now, what's hilarious is that Warner Brothers, they would have gotten away with this too, were it not for this pesky little thing. That's the people that actually attended. They came out, they said, yeah, that stuff's not true. We're talking about the worst DCEU movie ever. I mean, people are walking out. What is astounding is how far they wanted to take this spin too. I mean, you and I, we're going to talk about this today. It's beautiful too. I mean, this stuff, it gets exposed. It gets exposed 2 days after they start up with this. This really is fun times. I mean, it is fun times indeed. All right. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. So, this is an amazing story. Why? Because Warner Brothers and their shills, they get caught lying about Aquaman test screening. See, they want to tell everyone everything's fine. In fact, 4 days ago, they tried to pull this before everything falls apart. Check this out here. Here's the headline. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom test screening reportedly went extremely well despite fan backlash against a certain Aquaman starlet. Quote unquote, hearing great things. So imagine mine and everyone else's surprise when a bombshell ends up dropping yesterday telling you, quote, Aquaman 2, that's called the worst DCEU movie ever after test screenings. It's so bad, in fact, people, they walked out of the test screenings. I mean, when you look at these statements here, yeah, one thing is definitely not like the other. Now, the level of spin that ends up getting exposed in those early articles, I mean, it is astounding too. I mean, you have quotes like this. Drink this thing in. With the release date of the movie getting closer by the day, a test screening of the film was held recently. According to reports, the DCU film has been hailed as one of the finest, despite a certain Aquaman starlet in it. Now, what really exposes that is the fact that the people that were there, they start talking. You have mainstream media journalists and more, they start talking too. These are the kind of quotes they give. I mean, compare one to the other. Quote, we're half a dozen test screening in, and it's not looking great. I mean, right now, if you're doing 6 test screeners already, you have a problem. That says you don't know what's there, you don't know how to fix this stuff, and you're getting negative results. I've consistently heard over the last half year or so that it's boring. Boring with Aquaman, that is not good at all. Not as good as the first. I mean, as a sequel, that's how you end your franchises, and potentially one of the worst DCEU movies. Now, what I found intriguing is they didn't just try to puff that up too, they tried to brazenly pump up AH. Not her just being in the movie, but her career. I mean, these puff pieces, they not only lied about the test screeners, but they lied about how people were taking her involvement in it, saying this is getting her career back. Quote, after what seemed a tumultuous time for AH during the JD defamation trial, she has seemed to regain her career. With reports of people hating on her for starring as Mira in Aquaman, the actress is reportedly confirmed to return in the sequel. So everyone already knew that she was coming back, by the way. They try to make this, though, about something that it isn't, and they're trying to say, yeah, this is going to give her her job and her career Hollywood back. Now, things like that are, of course, always damage control. But what interested me was just how flagrant they are in putting this stuff out. I mean, at first, again, I didn't think very much about this. But after reading what was exposed a few days later, when I go back, listen to statements like this. So as per tweets from various people. And of course, they're going to take this from quote-unquote sources. Warner Brothers, they're not going to say anything about it at all. They will not go one way or the other, but per tweets, a certain Aquaman starlet is still in the movie. And on top of that, their screen time, where's it set? 20 minutes. That's right. So everything that's been going on, 5 million people almost sounding off on this on one thing alone. Yeah, doesn't matter, they're telling you 20 minutes. On top of that, they say it's also being reported that William Dafoe, he's not going to be part of this. So somebody people wanted back, yeah, he's not going to be there. And on top of that, this one is a big one, by the way, if this ends up being in the last portion of it. Ben Affleck is reported by this as also not being there. So you don't get the hype for Ben Affleck as Batman. You don't get the hype with William Dafoe. But hey, that certain Aquaman starlet, 20 minutes there, because of course people love the movie. Yeah, you know that's not true. I mean, you know it, you know it well. Now, when they went in on these lies too, I mean, they went all in on them. I mean, they weren't just telling you people like this thing, that they loved a certain Aquaman starlet in it. They were saying that people thought this thing was a masterpiece. I mean, listen to this piece of spin. I love it. I mean, this is flagrant PR. Quote, as the people eagerly await the return of Jason Momoa, Aquaman in the movie, they praised director James Wan for creating a masterpiece with his stylish direction. A masterpiece. That's what they're saying, praise. I mean, you couldn't find this praise anywhere, mind you, but they're somehow praising it. I mean, trust them on that. And you can tell this is coordinated too. How can you do that? Well, you see this next part here with them talking about The Flash, talking about how it's coming up soon. That's going to be amazing. Yeah, what's interesting is this seems to mirror the talking points that Warner Brothers themselves are putting out. They're not going to put out the puff piece, mind you, but look at things like this. I think this is fascinating. So, you look at the Aquaman movie Twitter account. This is gold check verified, by the way, meaning there's a lot of money being paid to keep Warner Brothers right there at the front of the algorithms. Look at what they're promoting. They don't promote Aquaman at all. Oh no. What movie are they promoting? They're promoting The Flash. Why? Well, there's no problem there either. All the controversy, everything else, yeah. This movie, oh, everybody's gonna love it. It's amazing. Like I said, they got caught lying about a narrative. They got caught damage controlling, showing you how much they're panicking. I think it extends to this movie too. Anyway, let me know what you think. I think it's amazing though. You can check out the last video I did as well. I mean, it really shows you how much was exposed about what went on. But share this everywhere. Laugh about it a lot. There are links in the description if you want to have fun too. But yeah, appreciate you. I'm going to end here. Thanking you again. See you soon.